everyone, guess what? I'm going to be doing my very first plan with me. Yes, glam planning is in my world. Okay, and you can see my fingernails, my rings, my spots. Okay, so here we go. You can see this is my spread for this week. This is from Elle Fowler's The Glam Planner. This is from her printable shop because, bless her heart, every time she tries to put up orders, they're sold out within like less than a minute. What an awesome problem to have, right? But as you can see, I have used a certain format, and this is the format that I do for every week that I plan, usually on Sunday nights or early Monday morning at work. I really prefer for it to be Sunday night. And so across the top here, I have my full boxes, and those full boxes stand as a billboard or a bulletin board, if you will. I call it my reminders. So you see the today stickers. But even if I don't put today in, then this is still, these boxes right here are my kind of my reminder box, meaning these are, if you are a Franklin Day Planner person, these are my A1s, meaning they must be done today. So I'll have my reminders of serious things I cannot boo-boo on. And of course, I can write over these beautiful things, and there's usually only one or two things in these boxes. The next grouping down, this is an Erin Condren life planner, by the way. You probably already knew that based on the spiral binding system, which I do like, but only like it in the gold. Otherwise, what is the point, right? I mean, why not just get silver? And therefore get a binder where it clips out. But this beautiful gold is just as pretty, and it's nice and compact as a day planner. So anyway, the next row down is to-dos, and because this is very neutral and the colors here are kind of a dusty rose, a gray, and a beige, and white. It may seem washed out to you, but this is absolutely beautiful to me. Most of them usually have a lot more color. And I think what I like about it is that it doesn't. You can look back here at last week, and you can see, again, there is a ton of color on this one. Lots of fall. I was so happy to start having fall. And again, you see this bright, the bright box is the full box color up here. I did flip this to where the to-dos are on the bottom, and normally they're right there. And as you can see right here, I used some of these nice little, these are just like kind of sayings or something cute that you can put in these corners, or you can put it up here in this top corner. Sometimes I put a scripture there just to remind me of a scripture I'm trying to memorize for the week. And you may think, why do you memorize scripture? It's because then when I need it, it's in my head. I don't have to go look it up somewhere. So that's what this corner is for. Also, I have little goals sometimes here, and dinner arrangements or grocery lists. Here you can see here's a grocery list that I put. It just depends. I try not to be too regimented, but at the same time, I do have kind of a format. So again, this is my reminders. This is my to-do list. This right here is kind of a free area, but I use it so that whatever's on this to-do list, for instance, if I have a to-do list from my boss, because this is used for work and personal, which is the whole point. You don't have two different planners. You use one planner for both areas of your life. You know, what's business and what's pleasure, and or family versus work. And like here, if I have set up these 1-hour meetings, I have this little asterisk. And if you see the asterisk, that means go below to this notes area or this free area. And so there's an asterisk, and it gives the detail of what I should have in that meeting. And that's, you only see that once in the blue moon, like here you see it. It's just this meeting was a little more complicated. This meeting was a little more complicated. So I have notes below. And then at the very bottom are like errands for the evening or little notes to myself about the evening. And what I really love about Elle Fowler's kit, so she has this bottom washi tape that fits perfectly to the 4 days and the 3 days. As you see, this strip right here is perfect. So I also use these little decorative gem clips. This one is for my everyday. And then this little glitzy one, I cannot remember where I got this, you guys. I'll be much better about citing below where I get things. But this kind of sequiny one that's gold is for my month spread. And that is how you should do things, by the way, is you start out with the month. And you start that at the beginning, and you can always add to it. But every time that you do a week, you come back to that week in that month. And you look at what do you have planned out, and you put that first in your week. like, for instance, I have a trip here that I'm going on, then a trip that my husband's going on. Therefore, we have to board the puppies. And so there's, whenever you see two little creatures together, like here, here, or here, or here, that means that the puppies are either, they're together, they're either being boarded or they're being groomed or something, and you see it. And I have certain stickers that I use ongoing, like when my husband, who is a musician, has a gig, then I have these little guitars. If I'm singing for our praise team at church, then I have a little microphone. If I get paid, then I have these sweet Quiet Design stickers for doing the house known utilities. And I just keep adding in little things. Here's something that I use for when I get my nails done, this little nail polish bottle. Sometimes I have different things for getting my hair done, which I think like last month in September, let me undo this. I had for my hair, I think I had like a little hair dryer. There again is the little creatures, which are my puppies getting groomed. And you see a little paw print, which is for them getting groomed. There you see our Bible study. Again, these are Sweet Quiet Design Bible study stickers as well. Change out my contacts. This little trash can is Sweet Quiet Design, and it is on Tuesdays because that's when trash is picked up. Why I try to remember that, I don't know, because my husband handles it. There's the microphone for when I sing on praise team. And then here is just, this is kind of like my little... It can be goals or just something fun for the month. I've got some just pretty colors or pictures or scripture or something that I really like. Again, here's October, and then we go back to the week. So this is a layout, and this is half filled in because I'm halfway through the week. But what I'm going to do with y'all today is show you, this is a totally blank week. And what we're going to do is take some of these different stickers. You can see I have these different borders. And these are more fall or Halloweenish, however you want to look at it. It's both the full box, the half boxes, little sayings, sticker groups. Here's just some little stickers you can put around anywhere that are just kind of cutesy. Like, again, I'm not a super Halloween person, but I think these are kind of cute and funny. So I thought, well, you know, if I'm not taking it too serious, I guess I'll do okay with that. Here's some little bats borders. And then here's to add some fall to it. You could use this for November for our, like, Thanksgiving or whatever, but I just want to make sure that I add just some fun fall. So there's pumpkins, some lattes, some little trees and leaves. So there's that. And we can get started on actually planning out a week. Now, what I plan on doing is... First of all, let me take anything off that might cause a bump. And this particular week is not the week I'm going to do, just because I decided to use kind of some fallish but Halloweenish stuff. And so I thought what I ought to do is go ahead and go to the Halloween week, which is actually in the first week of November as far as a calendar is concerned. You can see here is the monthly for November, so I'm going to skip over that. Obviously, I haven't completely filled it in yet, but here's the Halloween week. And I have more than one grouping that I can use for this week. So what I have to decide is, am I going to use this week or the week before? Because this is, if you got to admit, this is kind of more fall looking than strictly Halloween, unless you get really close up on this stuff. And you can see little ghosties, you see little... what is that called when you skull and crossbones like death? Here's some little skeletons and little pumpkins. And of course, they're trying to make light of it too. I think, you know, you can be too deep into death and stuff and gothy or whatever you want to call it. That's not me. Like I said, I'm not a huge celebrator of the holiday in the first place, but I thought these were cute and that I could make light of it. And it's sort of like, you know, people who celebrate Christmas, and it's supposed to be about Christ's birthday, and yet their big focus is on St. Nicholas, who is historically a person, but the focus isn't on just Santa Claus and presents and Christmas trees. But you can be decorative in that way as long as I think you keep in mind what the holiday actually means. and you celebrate it for that reason, or in this case, that you don't, because I'm not really celebrating St. Hallows Eve. So anyway, I think this is kind of cutesy stuff. I think it's okay. I will probably pick things that are not true to life, like I actually knew a girl that was a practicing witch or a member of Wiccan, and so I kind of take it serious when I see the little witchcraft stuff. You know, some people may say, Beth, you're so overboard, that's too much, you're going too far. But for me, I'm a little sensitized to it because I knew a real practicing witch. And she said that she had divination powers and that she had gotten them from this angel. And I believe that she probably did, and I wouldn't mess with that with anything. So I am a little sensitized to that. But some of this is just kind of silliness, like the Frankenstein bride and stuff like that, the little bat girl. So anyway, so I'll probably use some of this. I don't know. The bats, I don't really know. I've never done any research on what's the big deal about bats, except that Transylvania, I don't know. But they kind of look fun for this time of year. They're actually out all year. I remember this past summer, they were constantly dipping down when I was driving in a certain area. And it was just so hot. So, I mean, it has really nothing to do with this time of year. So, anyway, so I think I might use those, or I might use some others that I'm going to show you in part 2. This is going to be a part 1, part 2. And so anyway, I'd love to get y'all's opinions on whether you think that these kind of just generic ones that are kind of orange and black and kind of tan would be better for this coming week, or should I hold it off to this not Thanksgiving, this kind of Halloween week, or the next set that I show you might be the best ones. So just let me know what you think, and stay tuned for part 2, and you'll see those other ones. I will go ahead and show you that when I got these, they were from Planning Made Easy, and here is her card. And I'll start linking below some of the people that I'm buying stickers from, because she wraps them in this to keep them from getting bent instead of a card. Actually, I think a card was in there too. But you can cut this and use this as washi tape as well on the bottom, then just use a paste stick. So anyway, I will see you in the part 2 video. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you